What's up guys, Rich here with Farr Swit Wayfinder. And it's in 42 millimeters, 50.5 from lug to lug, 12.5 millimeters tall, and it uses a 22 millimeter strap width. And by the way, it does come with two straps. Here's the additional one right here. And they're both, one's a parachute type and one is a NATO strap. So the Wayfinder is also the sophomore launch of Farr Swit. They debuted their Seaplane, and this is their midnight landing, and then they have the day trip in the steel version. And I think the first thing that's going to grab our attention, and by now we might be familiar with the pretty incredible lume that the Wayfinder emits. It has different looms. So on the bezel, it uses a BGW9 lume, and hence we get that bluish green lume, hence the name BGW9 for that blue-green. And then on the dial, it uses several different C3 looms for the colors, for the orange and the yellow and the blue. So it comes across really nicely. It's one of the nicest luminance that we're going to come across. But also on the dial, in addition to the lume, it has that topography, as Farr Swit calls it. It's really like a road map because it fits into the adventurous theme of Farr Swit watches. And this is my midnight landing that I've had for nearly 2 years, and I can say that it has just been, look, it's been great to me. It's in great condition. This one's powered by the Salida 200, I believe, but it's been running well, and that's because Farr Swit is a Chicago-based company. Their watches are manufactured or assembled and QC'd in Ohio. So Farr Swit takes that whole Midwest pride very seriously, and their end results have been nothing but solid watches. So I know how important that is to Farr Swit. One of the other things that I wanted to show you about the Wayfinder, in addition to that great luminant, is take a look at what I'm trying to show you. Do you notice the timing here? There's really not a lot. There's not really a lot of difference, right? So as I mentioned, on the midnight landing, it uses the automatic Salida 200 movement, and then on the Wayfinder, at least on this model, it uses a quartz, but this is a sweeping second-hand quartz using Seiko's VH31 movement. So, I think this is more than a hybrid of just between an automatic and a quartz, because there's certainly not that herky-jerky movement that we might expect from a sweeping quartz second-hand. I've certainly seen worse herky-jerky movements on automatic second-hands, but not the case here. This is really smoothly operating right there. So if we take another closer look at it, they are pretty similar in the way and how smooth they run. So that's a real nice benefit here for any of us who want that grab and go watch, that maintenance free watching. You get 2 years before you have to change out the battery on this. So by the way, it also hacks. It allows for hacking. So if I want to pull the crown out and set the time, you can see the second hand actually stops there. So just like in an automatic movement. So they also had a limited edition version of this in an automatic movement as well. But that one was sold out. I think that was sold out pretty quickly. But the sweeping quartz second hand is a really nice option, like I said, for any of us who want that grab and go convenient type of watch. Let's take a look at the bezel action. Very pleasant, very little back play here. Farr Swit does, they take their, like I said, QC so seriously. I think at one point with their Seaplane models, it was QC'd outside of the US, and they just weren't happy with that. So it is now being done in Ohio. So that's how seriously they take the quality of their watches. A really great job. And the reason I wanted to point out the midnight landing, in addition to comparing the sweeping second hand, is just it's been a rock solid watch for me, and I'm not really surprised by their Wayfarer. The retail price on this is $399, and for that, like I said, we're getting that grab and go watch, easy convenience. And if we don't like that the quartz tick-tock second hand, well, we're not going to get that, but we will get the convenience of that quartz. They do have a get $50 off promo on their watch, and I'll leave that in the description. So that really makes just at $349. You get 2 straps, and you get their famous tote bag kind. It's really like a mini backpack for those adventurous journeys. So if we're looking for a road trip, this Wayfinder is really going to be a nice option for us. So if we're into the USA themed watches and Farr Swit, and we want to support that Chicago-based company, then I think this Wayfinder is going to be a really great option for us. Some of you might remember Adam Hodge, one of the owners of Farr Swit, at Virtual Microlux, and I had a really good time talking to him. And if you've seen it or if you missed it, Adam has quite another side to him. He's quite a good rapper. So whether or not we are into hip-hop type of music or not, we can appreciate when we get to learn something different or another side to somebody. So I thought we would let Adam take us out showing off his rapping skills. Let's see St. Chuck. You want to give us a little sample?
All right. 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. And if you're down with talking watches, then you're down with me. Couldn't be there in person. We do this online. I got a Farr Swit, so I'm always on time. Here I rhyme again. Do this all night and day. Hanging with your boy Rich and his Q&A. At the done with this, I hit the Microlux show. Okay, that's it. Yo, I'm done.